Welcome back, and it's time for Last Orders with pub legend Adam Brooks, internet sensation.
This PC Britain is why we see things like the Rotherham rape gangs get away with it for so long. People are scared to be labelled. Now, it's pretty evident from my Twitter that I'm not scared to say what I think. I don't care what other people think of me. It's typical bully behaviour. You know, go and be aggressive, go and do something, and then when it doesn't work out, play the victim. Again, we could say that about many on the left as well.
Twitter sensation, how many followers have you got, Adam?
290,000.
Is that all? And you're going to be tweeting this later on tonight, are you?
I can make a lot of noise if you upset me, you know?
Good businessman, solid businessman is Adam. He, through COVID, had difficult times with his pub. He's got a couple of pubs, is that right?
Pubs, yeah.
Just tell me a little bit about the journey from COVID to the present day. What sort of support did you get during lockdown?
Look, obviously, my personal belief is that we shouldn't have closed down.
Yeah.
You know,
But we did.
We did, and I was a big, you know, anti-lockdown campaigner. But we did lock down, and you know, the government did provide support, which I probably would have lost one, maybe two of my pubs if they hadn't supported me. And the bounce back scheme loan obviously helped. But you know, it's a time that I want to put behind us because it's going to take many, many years to get back to sort of pre-COVID levels.
On the flip side, Adam, I talked to a lot of smaller pubs that actually made more money during lockdown because the income they got, the support grants each month, was actually more than the take-ins they got, and subsequently some of those actually closed after lockdown.
That certainly weren't the case.
No,
with me.
I know
I lost, you know, a six-figure sum during COVID. So obviously there are varying, you know, levels of how people.
So, I mean, the hospitality industry in this country is huge. It employs goodness knows how many people.
6 million indirectly and directly.
Yeah.
So it's one of the biggest industries in this.
It is, and I think sometimes we forget that. Now you've got a lovely pub here. Do you do food here?
We do food, yeah.
And how was the Eat Out to Help Out? Did that help?
Do you know, it helps a little bit here, but drink is the main seller here. So this is like a little backstreet sort of boozer type pub. Okay. But I've got another pub that is mainly food, and Eat Out to Help Out really did help up there. So
moving forward as a landlord, what sort of challenges do you see?
I mean, there's a lot of challenges. I don't think this game is ever going to go back to what it was. You know, there's many different challenges, but energy costs is probably one of my biggest problems here. As you see, it's a small pub, but I pay £1,000 a week electric alone. So the challenges in trying to cut back and trying to cover those, I mean, food inflation, drink inflation, all my suppliers are putting their prices up. In January, one put it up 15%. I couldn't pass it on to the customers. So, you know, small businesses, especially public-facing small businesses, are taking massive margin cuts and profit cuts, you know, to keep open. But, you know, if it gets worse, it's going to be a big problem in this country.
So what would you say to somebody thinking about going into the pub trade at the moment?
Well, the pub trade is a great trade. It's you know, as I say, it employs so many people in this country, and it's an industry that I've been in my whole life. My mum and dad had pubs. You know, I desperately wanted my own pub. So